Everyone kindly be seated and put your mobile phones on silent. Everybody's phone on silence, please.
Was it difficult to score runs once the bowlers took the pace of the ball?
It certainly looked that way. That was the sort of tactic that we adopted in the first innings. It looked like when the bowlers bowled into the wicket and lots of slower balls, it was hard to score. I was pleased with the way we pulled it back in the middle. I thought we bowled quite well. Thought around 150, 155 was probably par. But today we just didn't bat well enough in the, I guess, after 7 overs to up to about 15. We kept losing wickets in clumps and weren't able to get any partnerships together.
Steve, when they were batting, they were 58 in 6 overs. You guys were 50 in 6 overs. After that, the batting looked really difficult. How much does the pitch change over 6 overs?
I think when the ball got a little bit older, it chewed up pretty quickly. And you could see there was quite a lot of spin, and that's always difficult to play. The credit to the New Zealand bowlers, they got the ball in the right areas and made us play some pretty average shots. I guess for us it's about finding a way in the 7 to 15 overs, trying to build a few partnerships. It might not be about trying to clear the fence, it might be about getting lots of singles and getting off strike and lots of twos, and something we haven't done so well, and we didn't do it well again today.
Shane Watson is used to batting in the middle order in the IPL. Would you consider that switch between David Warner and Shane Watson?
I guess it depends on who we're playing and the ground we're at. I thought we got off to a pretty good start today with the bat. Can't blame our first 6 overs. I thought we started really well. It was just that middle period again that we come undone. We've got to find a way to get a few partnerships in the middle. We've got a lot of power at the back end, but it's no use if we don't have the wickets in the shed to use it.
Steve, that Ashton Agar over early on in your bowling innings, I suppose in the wash-up proved costly. Do you hope that selectors stick with him, and do you think it was just a bit of nerves first up?
Yeah, it might have been. Those things happen in the game. He didn't execute as well as he would have liked and went for a few in that over, but that's the game of cricket. We can't put it down to that. I think we did pretty well to restrict them to 143. I think the batters are to blame for this one. We didn't apply ourselves well enough and didn't get those partnerships throughout the middle, which really cost us.
Just on that, Steve, like only bowling Ashton for 1 and then Zampa for 1, was that, in Agar's case because of that over, and in Zampa's case, was it just you felt like the quicks were doing a better job, or yeah?
There was a lefty in at the time, and I thought just the quicks, taking the pace off the ball, bowling into the wicket, was our best option, and I thought they did it extremely well today. I thought they executed their skills really well, and I thought 143 was a very gettable score. As I said, it was just our batting. We weren't good enough in the middle overs.
Steve, how was your experience of playing your first match at ICC Stadium Dharamshala with beautiful mountain ranges as your backdrop?
Oh, it's a beautiful ground to play at, there's no doubt about that. Obviously for us, we didn't play as well as we would have liked. Would have been nice to have got a victory in our first game, but wasn't to be, and we've got a lot of work to do now to make sure we're staying in this tournament.
Steve, just with picking the 3 spinners and then not using them as much, was it a case there where did you lose any confidence at all after those first few overs, after picking the 3 spinners?
I wouldn't say that. I just thought today was a day that our quick bowlers were going to do the job, bowling the ball into the wicket, and I think it proved that it worked. I thought to restrict them to 143 was a very good effort, so I was really pleased with the way the guys did the job today.
So do you still think that choosing 3 spinners was the right call at the time? Did you change your mind once you're out there starting to play?
No, I think I probably would have used them a little bit more had the batters that have been the right ones. So look, I was happy with the guys, the way they did the job today.
You spoke in the lead up to this game about the need to bat smarter in the middle overs. How do you sort of turn that around in a couple of days before the Bangladesh game? Like practically, what do you do?
I guess it's each individual thinking the best way to play in the middle overs. As I said, it mightn't be about going after the ball and trying to hit 4s and 6s. It might be about getting off strike, hitting the ball with the spin, things like that to make sure that we can get a few partnerships together and have the wickets in the shed to unleash our power that we have at the back end, because we certainly do have a lot of power there. It's just about giving the guys the chance to use it. And
you're going to have to do it the hard way now, but is the confidence still there that you can go on, reach the semis and get the title?
Yeah, absolutely. We're still confident. We've obviously got to turn it around very quickly with our next game at Bangalore, but I'm confident in the group that we've got that we can do that, and hopefully we can come out and win in a couple of days' time.
I was probably going to say the same thing, but does anything change now that these next 3 games are virtually sudden death?
Oh, not as such. No, I think it's just about going out there and making sure that we learn from our mistakes from this game. I think the way we play, we can win and lose games in the 7 to 15 overs. I think we saw that in the games we played over in South Africa. We batted really well in those periods and we were able to win games. So we need to adopt the same things here.
Steve, just following on from that, like what's it going to take now? I mean, is there anything you can draw on in the past, as maybe something to learn off or inspiration for this kind of pressure situation? Like experiences from the team in the past?
Yeah, I think everyone in this team's had some success in this format. I guess you have to try and think back to those moments and think what you did well. But at the same time, we're in different conditions to a lot of us have played at. A lot of us have played in the IPL over here, but you don't quite often see wickets that are spinning like these ones. So it's about being able to find a way to be successful, and it's up to each individual to have a plan and try and stick to it as much as possible to make sure that we get through those 7 to 15 overs. Because if we do that, I'm confident that we can win a lot of games of cricket.
Kindly take your seats, everybody.
Request everyone to take their seats. Please switch off your mobiles. You can keep your mobiles on silence mode. Thank you.
Yeah. Sweet.
Mitch, when did you know you were playing, and how hard is it to just come in and perform like that?
I knew when I went to the toilet and walked back and saw it on the whiteboard, so it was quite late doors. But that's the nature of our team. Everyone's ready to go. Everyone knows their role in the side, and whoever gets picked on the day, or whether it's late or early, we know that we're confident that our guys can do a job and they've got the skills to support the team.
Mitch, how was your first experience of playing at HPCA Stadium Dharamshala with mountain ranges at the backdrop?
Oh, amazing. I think most of the guys will agree that we've been at peace since we've got here. A few guys, have gone walking through the tee fields, and it's been an amazing experience. It's been cold. Weren't expecting that. I had to get the beanies out, but it's been really enjoyable. It's been a great stay so far.
During the World Cup last year, right up until the final, you guys had such great momentum all the way through. Has this been about really trying to recapture that? No, look, I think we're just growing as a team. Like, we're growing as our cultures going to new levels. We're confident in each other. We're confident in our own games. We've left guys like Matt Henry at home, who's arguably been our best bowler this year, and we just know that we've got a squad and we've got the depth and we trust each other. So to leave people out like that kind of says a lot for where we're going as New Zealand cricket. How seamless is sort of Kane's transition been into the captaincy? You noticed a big difference with that, Brendan?
Yeah, Brendan's missed a few tours over the last couple of years, so it's been pretty seamless. Kane's got an incredible cricketing brain and has been a leader in the team for many years. Probably since he first even started, he's got that much respect, the way he plays the game, and the guys really, again, same kind of aura with Brendan. The guys will follow him and trust him. So it's been pretty seamless.
Mitch, that's the second game where you've defended a target that most people probably think was pretty gettable, and they got away to a quick start. How confident are you, and why would you be that confident that you can defend any total in this tournament?
I guess it goes down to that squad. We've got guys like you've seen Mitchell Satner and Ish Sodhi and Nathan the first game who can pull back a game if people get off to a good start. I guess today it was about, we saw how easy, or that it was easier for us to score with the new ball, and then once the field went out, it was really hard to time. So it was a bit of we got the benefit of watching how Australia bowled on that wicket, and thankfully we executed, and the guys fielded exceptionally well as well.
Mitch, what was the turning point for you guys in that second innings? Was there a wicket or a moment there that you guys knew that you had the game?
Oh, nah, I don't think in T20 that you can ever think that you've got the game. It comes back to bite you in the bum, and none of our guys think like that. I guess moment of the game for me, Mitch Satner again, getting on the rag off a length, you know, the kid's got class. He's going to be fantastic for us going forward, and he's a great prospect for New Zealand cricket.
And that's the one against Smith you're talking about?
Yeah.
Off the rake, yeah.
Yeah.
2020 is known for batsmen going bang bang, but now last two games which New Zealand played, bowlers are playing major part. Happy for that? Happy with the wickets?
Yeah, I mean, we brought three spinners over here, and we've got Kane and we've got Gup who can bowl some handy off spin as well. Again, we've got a really well-rounded squad. Whatever conditions we get thrown at, you know, I think the management and Kane will make the right decision, and we all know that we might sit out a game or two for the benefit of the team, and that's our notion. That's what we want to take forward. That it's all for the team.
Mitch, you guys were 58 after 6 overs. They had scored 50, and suddenly after that, it seemed like both the sides were playing on a different pitch. Does it change so much during the 6 overs?
I guess in the first 6 overs, oh, nice shirt by the way. That's nice. I guess in the first 6 overs, you know, there's a lot less margin for error. You know, you guys can hit over the field, just over the field, and it runs away. And it was a fast outfield, so you know, expect for a few to go through the field or over the field. I think Aussie got off to a fantastic start and looked unstoppable. But you know, when the field goes out, you can build up dots and build up pressure. And I thought, like I said, our spinners did really well in the middle to do that and bring the game back.
Just bowling the 19th over. You didn't obviously go for Yorkers. You were just banging it in. How much of a change in the mindset is that on such wickets to not, you know, bowl the Yorkers in the end?
Yeah, it was pretty early. You know, walked over and after Watson's second over, I think, or probably halfway through the first, we were thinking about it, talking about it. You know, this early in the game, you can assess these kind of things. So walked over to Timmy and Baldy and Nathan, kind of just picked their brain and just. We basically early, probably 3 overs into the game, realised that it's not a Yorker wicket. It was you know, really hard to time off back of a length and cutters and change ups. So it was every time someone went on pace, it got pumped. So you know, the assessment was made pretty early.
You've talked a little bit about, you know, how much confidence there was in your spinners. Did the way that Australia struggled to play spin play a part in that? Did you think that, you know, in those middle overs you could easily get a couple of wickets and keep the runs down?
Like, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, we saw our guys. It's hard to score, and we saw the other night against India on wickets that are turning. And if teams have got good quality spinners, it's always going to be hard to score in the middle. You know, it's something we're probably not used to, and I'm sure Australia aren't as well. But you know, it's the team who can adapt to the fastest to the conditions and really assess whether it's running twos hard, or you know, trying to put away only have one big shot. So it's just assessing the wicket quicker, I guess.
Thanks, Justin.